team is so stacked this year. Boys are back and bringing the heat.
Way too much talent not to win it all.
Absurd levels of talent.
You think he wins the Hart this year?
Which one? McCarr or McKinnon?
Hey boys, you know you guys haven't actually won a game yet this season, right?
I think we can sweep award season.
Oh yeah, McKinnon for Hart and Rocket, McCarr for Norris, Georgiev for Vezina, Bednar for Jack Adams.
Middlestat for Selke.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Low-quality fans of a high-quality Bruins team. That is a dub. I gotta keep it quiet. It's 1 a.m. I have to wake up at 5 a.m. for work. West Coast games are an abomination. I don't even know why we have a West Coast. I don't think it's necessary for this country, personally. That's not like a statement. Don't take that and run with it in a political sense. This is a huge dub. It's a huge dub. Against an undermanned team, which we're going to talk about, but this is a great win. There's no reason to get down on this win, as this team continues to build chemistry and shake off rust and get where they need to be. A dub's a dub. This team has still yet to lose a game to anyone but the defending champs. That's just a fun way to say it for me. It makes me feel better. I don't know. It's 3-2. I feel good about that. Regulation wins. You'll love to see it. This Avalanche team is not good right now. At all. Holy crap. They have no wingers left. There's not, like, Colton's doing his damnedest. Rantanen's obviously there as well, and he's great. But other than that, my goodness. They have no Landeskog, as we know. No Nichushkin, as we know. They are also missing Druin, who I think is overrated, but still a serviceable winger on that team. And when he's next to McKinnon, his game reaches another level. Arturi Lehkonen is out. And Devin Tays is out, which is obviously on the defensive end. But, I mean, you're talking 20-something minutes a night from that guy. This team is absolutely devastated by injuries already. We already knew about the Landeskog and Nichushkin stuff, but to lose a couple more guys early in the season is just brutal. What's also brutal is Alexander Georgiev, one of the most overrated goaltenders in the entire league. And look at his win totals. Look at the team in front of him. He has been pulled in 2 of his now first 4 starts. We didn't manage to do that to him, although there was certainly an argument for it at one point in the game. But he got pulled from 2 of his first 3 starts, really. He has not been good. The team in front of him hasn't been great either. Let's be honest. Our team is still working through a lot of crazy stuff. And we have a new lineup. Morgan Geekie got scratched. That's not what I was asking for. I feel like I got monkey pawed a little bit, where I made my wish, and it was like, oh, okay. We'll take Geekie out of the lineup and put Tufty back in, and put Jones back in, and make Patra work with them. I got monkey pawed. That's my fault. The new lineups are as follows. The top line stays the same with Zacha, Elias Lindholm, and Pasternak. Marsh and Coyle Frederick on the second, which was an improvement. Tufty, Patra, Jones. Beecher, Kostelic, Kepke, which of course we knew that one was going to stay the same as well. On the back end, Lohrei and McAvoy would start the game together. This gets shifted around during the game. Lindholm, Carlo, and then Zadorov peak, and then Korpisalo gets the start. Couple things about this. Geekie and Brazeau getting scratched. Brazeau absolutely needed to, I think. He needs to kind of reset his game. That's okay. When you have certain guys like that, a 26-year-old dude who worked his way up from the ECHL, there are going to be periods of time where he can't be in the lineup. And he just has to reset and get back in there. That's very hockey. That's very normal. I'm not worried about that. Geekie getting scratched did surprise me, although he has been really bad. So, fine. To put in, what sins did Patra commit? What did Patra do? Is he banging daughters over there? What's going on, man? Because to put him with Max Jones and Riley Tufte, it was brutal to watch too. not only that, and we're going to get there, Patrick gets benched for basically the whole third period. And he was analytically one of our best centers throughout the entire game. And he got benched for the third. Max Jones was still getting shifts. Tufty wasn't. We'll get there. I am not on the same page as Jim Montgomery. Jim Montgomery is way smarter than me. You know, he's an actual hockey mind, unlike this electric meatball up here. But boy, some things when you're far away seem so obvious, and the people close to him just doesn't seem as obvious, I guess. I don't get it. So that line didn't do well. Just, you know, I'm sure you could have guessed that, but it didn't. Eddie Olczyk, I just want to throw this out there, is again reminding me he's just the fucking worst guy to listen to. He rambles, doesn't talk about the game a lot. When he does, it's very biased and one-sided. He hates the Bruins. He's always hated the Bruins. He's always talking about the other team and talking them up. He's openly rooting for them. I'm not really going to whine about that because that's nothing new. But the inane rambling of this asshole about his career and then about, like, was he past his bedtime or something? A bunch of the conversations tonight, I was just sitting there like, hey, could you shut the hell up about trending or tweeting or whatever the hell you're trying to act old and out of touch? Like, dude, you're on Twitter all the time. What are you talking about? Please just focus on the game. That guy just drives me insane. I hate listening to his very, very dumb opinion. And it is a dumb opinion 90% of the time. I am, just a heads up, missing Saturday's game due to the wedding of my closest friend, who unfortunately is a Canes fan. Total piece of shit. But he's my closest friend. What are you going to do? I'm not going to see that game at all. Like, there's no chance in hell. I don't even get to watch it later. There's no way I'm going to watch a single second of that game until Monday at the earliest. There will not be a review for it. Like, comment, subscribe. Nailed it. Let's talk about this game. Puck drops. Shh. 1 minute in. Just like game one that Korpisalo was in. He has to face a breakaway immediately. Miles Wood. That's a turnover by Koepke. Pretty rare for that fourth line to turn it over that poorly. And Miles Wood just blows by the defense speed-wise. Gets in on Korpisalo, and it's a huge blocker save. And again, I was like, all right. All right, Corpy. See? He's going to have a good game. I fell for it again. He was all right. He wasn't bad. He just wasn't great. And I'll take that from a backup all day, really. 2:32 in. Interference on Kelly. We're going to the power play early. And, as you might guess, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. We didn't give up any shorthanded chances, and I saw a lot of people talking about, like, that looked better. They cleared the puck out like 6 times in that power play. Like, that was a really bad power play. I think everyone was just excited about the fact that the other team didn't get a shorthanded scoring chance. That's the bar we're trying to clear right now with this power play. For now, at least, till later in the game. 6:14 left. Fourth line doing the hard work once again. All 3 forwards working the back wall, laying the forecheck, trying to free up a puck. They do get the puck knocked over the left wall. An excellent pinch by Zadorov, who I think Zadorov had a pretty damn good game, actually. I don't know what the analytics say about it, but eye test was pretty damn solid. He gets the puck, whips it all the way around the boards to the right side where Peak is alone. He comes halfway down the wall and doesn't even think about it. He just smashes this on net where Koepke's waiting with his stick on the ice. One of the things that drives me nuts about superstar players is how often their stick is all over the place. And you always have these fourth line guys who are just like, I'm hoping to deflect it, man. I'm just here. And he deflects it high blocker. And it is 1-0 from the fourth line again. I don't know how long they can keep it up, but if they keep scoring multiple goals a game, how many games the Bruins actually going to lose this year? If your fourth line can be that good, you got to win the large majority of your games. The large majorities. 5:12 left. Tufty's going to go for holding on Manson away from the puck. This is a bad penalty to take. There's just no reason for this one, really. And then 19 seconds later, the Avs set up, and I don't even know how you stop this. Because Makar's on the right point. He gets it to Colton on the right circle, who gets it down to Rantanen on the right side of the net, who bumps it right back up to Colton, who moved 2 steps to the left. Yeah, I think the forward penalty killer probably could have gotten on his back a little quicker, but this was fast. And Colton just goes high blocker. It's 1-1 power play goal. Thank you. My fantasy team has Colton and McCarr, so good work there. But also, stop scoring on the Bruins. Stop doing that. No blame on Korpisalo on this one. Hard to blame the penalty kill. This is great puck movement from a uber-talented Avs power play. I feel fine about it. Tie game. 3:20 left. Zacha tripped by Shillington. We're going to the power play. It's a fast break power play goal, which I'll take. I don't care how they come at this point, as long as they come. Actually, there's a few things about it. Anyway, it's a great play by Lohrei. He's down the left wall, gets it right through a defender, whips this pass heavy and hard to the back door while Coyle gets a tap in. It's 2-1, a power play goal. I mean, again, we don't care how they're happening. Just make them happen. And we're going to go into the second period with a lead. And then 5:12 in, Zacha gets a breakaway, and a save is made stick side. And 30 seconds later, Zacha has a chance to break Pasta, who is a mile away from any defender. And the pass is just too far forward for him. He tried to lay it up where the pass kind of slows for him to collect as he skates into it. Just too far forward. Georgiev clears it over to the side. It's such a bummer, but it's fine. We still have the lead. 7:32 in. Marchand with a semi-breakaway. Misses the net on it. And then he wraps around the net, collects the puck in the slot, and then misses the net again. Then, what I thought was a dive. He takes some contact from Rantanen, and it's a little high. And on the replay, it looked to me that this was a nudge where Marchand acted like he got shot. I'm probably wrong about that one. They said that it was an earlier hit from Manson that actually cost Marchand about half of this game. Marchand would do one more shift after this, and then he would be missing until middle of the third period, or early in the third period. I don't know. If it was the Manson hit that caused the spasms, as Monty called them, because he's fine, they just wanted to be cautious, then yeah, I think he dove on the Rantanen hit, and it pissed me off. I also don't know. Maybe that Rantanen hit a lot harder than I thought, and us watching TV, sometimes you just can't tell. So I really thought he sold that call initially, and I was so pissed off. And I'm going to lean towards now that he didn't, and it was heavier contact than I thought, because he did miss 16 minutes of playtime. We're going to go the power play off of that interference on Rantanen. It's kind of the same thing as the last power play goal. Pasta's trying to take the zone. He gets tripped up, and as he trips, he flings this puck to the left side where Hampus Lindholm, is waiting on the left point. He's fully extended to make this play. It was brilliant. Lindholm collects, looks around, Pasta gets back up, and he skates right to the back door, and this is a great pass. Whips it to him after skating down the left wall a little way, and Pasta has a sprinting tap-in for a 3-1 lead power play goal, and Pasta even does a dive across the crease after he scores. It reminds you of something. It's pretty great. 13 seconds later, right back into the zone, fourth line lays the forecheck, puck gets knocked to Hampus Lindholm again on the left wall, Beecher's screening in front, and Lindy is going to score off of a wrister that seems to beat Georgiev glove side, just taps off the glove and in. It's 4-1. It felt like, unless the star players for the Avalanche were about to go nuts, that the Bruins could really coast this one out. The Avs are so shorthanded. The Bruins were playing a heavy brand of hockey, especially on the back end. Felt like it was going to be hard to get room, especially at 5-on-5. I was correct about that. The problem is, we like to take penalties. I'm pretty sure we lead the league in minors taken at this point. It's only 5 games in, but still. 9:44 left. Steinberg fights Zadorov, and Zaddy can't get a decent stance on him, so he just kind of takes him down Chara style, because I don't think he wanted to hurt this kid. This was a much smaller guy, as far as you could tell visually. So Zadorov also slashed him, though, so we're going to the penalty kill, and Zadorov makes it 5 straight games with a minor penalty taken. Good work, Zaddy. Excellent. We love to see that. Except for the penalty kills getting cooked. The Avs set up in the zone. The puck is worked from the left circle to the right circle to the top of the slot, where McCarr hammers it blocker side, and it's 4-2 power play goal. I don't even know if Korpisalo was able to see this in time. There's a lot in front of him. I said earlier that Korpisalo wasn't great, but he was good enough, and so far 2 goals against that weren't really his fault. So we're going to get there. Trust me on that. Again, thank you, Makar. My fantasy team needed it. I was down by like 80 points to start today, so thank you. Please also stop scoring on the Bruins. So we go to the third period. We have a 2-goal lead. What are you avoiding? An early goal, because they're going to push early on in the third, and taking a dumb penalty. 142 in. Rantanen's going to go for hooking. We're going to the power play. We don't get anything out of it. Zacha does miss a wide open net, but classic Zacha, right? What are you going to do? No, 429 in. Tufty, who you might remember has already taken one really dumb penalty from a mile from the puck. He's going to do that again. He's going to cross-check Rantanen on the back. Yes, Rantanen went down rather easily, but at this point, both sides were very much told that the refs were going to call things that looked minor. So I'm not even really that mad at it. He definitely cross-checked him. Rantanen fell over. And again, this is a mile from the puck. There's no reason to do this. You are behind the opponent's net, and the puck is in our zone. What are you doing, man? We're going to go to the penalty kill. Damn near immediately on the penalty kill, McKinnon wins a board battle on the left wall. He quickly passes it to Makar at the top of the slot, who moves it to Rantanen on the right circle. He hammers this on net. Korpisalo is there on time. He's in position. He has no one screening him, and it still squeaks. Low glove, I think it got him. 3 for 3 on the power play for the Avs. It is 4-3. The Avs could not break our defense down 5-on-5. But you give them the extra room on the power play, and you have Makar, McKinnon, and Rantanen. Shit, man. I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do about that. Yes, our penalty kill could have been better. Yes, the goaltending could have been better. Boy, that's a really tough power play to stop. Like, I could crush this team for it in the special teams, but why would I? I don't know. I'm feeling really lenient on that. Watching Makar move the puck is impressive as hell. Again, Makar, thank you for the fantasy points. Please stop scoring on the Boston Bruins. Thank you. I would really appreciate that. 6:17 in. Elias Lindholm rams through Wood as he pursues the puck carrier. No call. Clearly incidental contact. I say no call. They call a major on it so that they can review it, which is the refs need to utilize that tool. They review it for a major because Woods went down like a sack of potatoes. He got hurt on this play. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but the collision was hard. It was just clear from the replay that this was incidental contact. That both players, one of them was staring at the puck while another one basically was chasing another offending player and just went through the guy. Clearly incidental. They're going to walk away from it, stay 5-on-5. Marchand returns about 7 minutes into the third period. 2:01 left of the period. The Bruins have 1-goal lead. And it's the fourth line that Monty puts out there and trusts to face the empty net situation. And they reward the trust. McKinnon turns it over in the neutral zone. Beecher smacks it 120 feet into the empty net. It's 5-3, another goal from your fourth line. And also, what a freaking compliment. And what a relief for Bruins fans. The fourth line has been so good through 5 games. But more than anything, a line that you can put out when your team's getting caved and you need a jolt, or you need to hold on to a 1-goal lead late in the game, and you feel so unbelievably comfortable with them. I mean, what a blessing to have this line right now. I hope they perform like this for, not point-wise. There's no way they can keep up the points with this kind of ice time over 80 games. But if they can keep this kind of responsibility going, this kind of pressure, this puck-clearing ability, all of that together for this season, that fourth line is going to be a coach's dream. And honestly, that's one of the game notes, is the fourth line absolutely fucks, man. They're awesome. They're so great. Koepke has been a blessing. Beecher has been beyond my expectations by a huge amount. And then, of course, Kostelik's been awesome. And it's so funny because Kostelik spent so much of the preseason just chasing people around, trying to be physical. But when he plays hockey, damn is he good at it. Damn is he good at it. Oh, we're so happy with the fourth line. A couple other game notes here. Power play had some life. We need to see it continue. Obviously, we're not going to go 2 for 3 or 2 for 4, whatever it was, every game. I'm not really worried about that. But we got to stop giving up shorthanded chances, and we got to capitalize occasionally on the power play. That's what we did tonight. We need to see more of it. The penalty kill was brutal. I'm giving some excuses there, though. It was a tough night for the penalty kill. I'm not super worried about the penalty kill. Korpisalo was not great, but he was good enough. That last goal was brutal, and it really gave the Avs a lot of life. A softie late in the third is exactly what you don't want from your backup goaltender, or any goaltender, really. Those are the big ones of like, if you let in a softie the first, 15 minutes of the game, you're like, that's not great, but let one in late like that, brutal. Either way, Korpisalo still running into form. I'm not overly worried about that either because we won. Tufty is absolutely cooked. This dude's getting sent down. 2 really bad penalties that both end up in our net. He was abhorrent throughout the game at 5-on-5. The guy was a mess, an absolute mess. So that's a bummer. Sorry to be harsh. Get that guy out of the lineup. Put Geeky back in. I know I'm harsh about Geeky, but I just want him in the right spot. That's all it is, man. Just put him in the right spot. Put him on the wing of Patra. That's fine. I'm not expecting the third line to score a shit ton of goals this year, but I am expecting them to be a real hockey line. Geeky's a real hockey player on a third line. Put him there. Tufty, sorry, bro. You need to revitalize your game, not on NHL ice right now. Brutal. Jones was quietly fine. Like, he wasn't good, but he was fine. Let's have the Patra conversation. Patra was benched for most of the third period. And yeah, his early time on the power play, early on that first Rantanen penalty, was bad. He wasn't good. He turned it over twice in the offensive zone when he had the puck. I get that. Then you bench him for the rest of the game, basically. Who are we punishing? He went 6 for 7 from the dot. He was creating offense consistently that was dying on the sticks of his line mates. He was winning board battles. He was creating turnovers through the neutral zone. He was excellent. Excellent. And winning faceoffs. Like, not for nothing, but really? Like, you have a 2-goal lead in the third period, and you take the guy who's going 90% in the faceoff dot? Like, what are we doing? I don't get it. I don't understand. And if you want to bench that whole line, like, okay, I guess it still doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but Jones was still getting the occasional shift. Is Patra hurt? Like, is that what happened? I'm waiting for something. I will surely watch an interview after this. I'm ranting on too long about this game when I should be in bed, frankly. I'm frustrated because I feel like we're really just giving Patra the shaft right now. I know that we all get really excited about the young players and the prospects and we want them to be great. And in our head, we'll twist everything to make it seem like they're great. But I'm really not seeing anything negative from the guy. Yes, he has the occasional turnover on the wall in the offensive zone. Is he the only one? Every single player has multiple turnovers in the offensive zone a game. Every single one. I don't understand how they're handling Patra right now. And I'm really trying not to let it bother me, but it's bothering me. It's bothering me. The top 6 looked better. Feels like they created a lot more. Still a long way to go at 5-on-5 particularly, but definitely improvement, and the second line saw improvement as well. The Coyle-Frederick connection there's seriously chemistry there. Geeky, as long as Frederick's in the lineup, Geeky should never be on that second line again. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Last game, though, because I'm going too long. The defense are putting up absurd numbers. I keep calling it the Gatling gun defense. I'm going to keep calling it that until everyone calls it that because I really like the nickname. 18 points through 5 games. They have 18 points through 5 games as a 6-man unit. Because Wotherspoon played 1 game, but he didn't get any points. But Hampus Lindholm looks completely rejuvenated. And largely, that's probably because no matter who he's working with right now, he has more freedom. Because whoever's on the right side of him is going to be someone who can be responsible. And Zadorov is taking more of those defensive zone shifts that he was labored with last year, where now Lindholm gets to work more neutral zone and offensive. Like, he's still obviously responsible defensively, but he just looks so much better because he has more freedom. And I think we forget last year that he started a huge portion, large majority of his shifts in the defensive zone, and that really hampered him. Hampus. Ha. He's been great, but they've all been contributing excellently. 18 points through 5 games. I'm pretty sure we right now have 4 defensemen who are listed in the top 50 defensemen in the league in points. That's pretty good. You want that to continue. You can't be upset about it. You love to see it. Other phrases that are positive. I'm really excited about it. And defensively at 5-on-5, they were really, really strong in front of Korpisalo, I thought. Obviously, the penalty kill wasn't great. But the 5-on-5 play, pretty good. I'll take that. Anyway, guys, that does it for me. Like, comment, subscribe. Nailed it. Again, Saturday. I'm sorry I won't be available. I will be trying to survive. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Canes fan, though. Isn't that gross? That's so gross. I think I got through everything. Go Bees! Go Bees! Of course, we have to give a huge thank you to everyone who's supporting this channel, especially the high-quality inspectors, our top-line tier members, Chris and Erica, Jeff with a G, Tommy Braga, The Bugman, Roland22, GD Viperworks, Len Cruz, Moonlighter TV, Brock Nope, Han Slomo, Coach D, The Atomic Lizard, Bradley Johnson, Aaron Adams, Brett Arney, Pincent, Adam Ella, and Nick Citrullo. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. You're all studs and studettes. And of course, a huge thank you to the Stallions, our all-star tier members, Joel, Doots42, Heil E. Coyote, Darren Woodbury, Abraxion, John Kirk, Michael DiPaolo, Wolf Warrior, Vinny, Adrian Winter, Tupton D. Tashi, Nightmare Eco, Bruins Smash, DeKingery, The Only Newts, A Tasty Snack, and Jeremy. You are all absolute legends. I appreciate you eternally. And as usual, go Bees!